All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Jennifer Capone, and I am so excited to have all my friends on tonight and some people I don't know. So, welcome. We are, if you were invited to this call tonight, the person that invited you is just part of our Healthy Living Revolution community. And our goal is to just inspire healthy living around the world. And one of the ways we do that is by helping people grow their own food in a sustainable way with our tower gardens. And right now, with the crazy time we're in right now, I've never had more interest for people wanting a tower garden just because they want control of who's touching their food. Like if they have produce to eat, I know I'm laughing, but it's kind of, you never thought that would be a problem. But I'm excited to share with you guys more, and then you'll have kind of the answers to know if this is something you want to invest in for your family, and we could also answer any questions afterwards as well. So let's get started with learning a little bit more. So, and if at any point something goes a glitch, if Angelo Courtney just kind of text me, because I turn off my little camera because I don't like looking at myself when I'm talking. Okay, well, welcome to Tower Gardening 101, Gardening for Every Thumb. Like I said, I'm Jennifer. I threw the Lynn in there to be fancy, but Jennifer Capone, I'm a certified health coach and part of this healthy living community. And I'm just going to show you a really quick video of our tower garden home. It's our brand new tower garden model. Or maybe I'm not. Let's see, it just didn't play right away. All right, so just a little video to start us off, and I'll just share with you a little background about me and how I got to this place. My name, I said my name like 5 times, so I won't say it again. How did I just go backwards? So this is me and my husband about 15 years ago. We got married. We had a son named Christopher, around 3 years old. He started having severe allergy issues, GI issues, so his pediatrician recommended to us an easy way to get more fruits and vegetables in his diet through Juice Plus, which is just raw plant powders. And I, at the time also, I was suffering with allergies, infertility issues, and I have an autoimmune disease as well. And I was having difficulty getting pregnant, and just making some lifestyle changes and adding Juice Plus to my diet, I became pregnant in 3 months. And I always joke around and say, it'll only help you if you want to get pregnant. There's other things you have to do to make that happen. But it's just an amazing how the body just comes into balance when it's given the right nutrition. And here is also how our life is today. We have no more allergies. We breathe freely. We rarely visit the doctor, only well visits, significantly lowered our cholesterol. My autoimmune condition is under control, and we really have better energy and mood than in our 20s. And my children hardly, if ever, get sick. My son does not suffer with any of the issues he did prior. But here's my life before the tower garden. So our company has had Juice Plus for over 25 years, and about 8 years ago, they introduced this way to grow produce, an easy way from wherever, inside your house or out your backyard. And this was pretty much my raised bed, all I could grow. Well, I had a desire to garden, but I couldn't keep anything alive except weeds, which that one is flourishing very nicely. I would forget to water my plants. I don't know if you've ever done that. I had issues with pests, and overall, I just decided gardening, was not for me. It was too much work, too stressful. I had too much of a busy life. But here's my life after the tower garden. Could I be any happier holding that piece of celery right there? So chives, Swiss chard, string beans, basil that's like the size of your hand. So yes, I am pretty much a master gardener now. I just effortlessly grow fruits and vegetables, and the tower garden does all the work. So we like to say it's the future of growing. You grow your produce on your patio or out indoors, like I said. So here, this is the Tower Garden Home, the white model here with the wheels attached. And we also have the Tower Garden Flex. So what I love about it, how environmentally friendly it is, it uses 98% less water than in-ground, an in-ground garden. It uses up 90% less space, but has a 30% more yield, and it grows 3 times as fast as in-ground produce. And that was all determined on a study that we did at the University of Mississippi, which was compared to an organic soil garden across 8 different crops. So I'm going to show you now this quick video about how it works.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic mineral enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in the tower garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden a healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
I always want to like do a pose at the end. That music is so fun. Okay, so that's simply how a tower garden works. So basically when you order your tower garden, it will arrive at your doorstep with seeds, nutrient supplies, everything you need to get growing. And after about 20 to 25 minutes of minimal setup, here's how your tower garden will function. So the plants will grow in a soilless medium called rock wool. You'll start the seedlings in the kit that we ship to you. And when they're ready, and I would say, it says here about 3 weeks, but I've planted them within a week in my tower garden. And so it grows in that rock wool, which provides the support, but our nutrient blend is what supplies the nutrients. And here is just a little visual of everything you get with your tower garden system. Like there's the pump, you get a pH kit to test the pH, a timer, there's the rock wool, that little cork substance is called vermiculite. You put it on top of the seeds. There, you get a selection of seeds with your tower garden. You could always buy additional seeds online. You can grow anything that it does not grow. It's not a root vegetable or something that would grow on a tree or a bush. Everything else you can grow, and we could give you a list of those things, the full list if you would like. And then it comes with the nutrient blend. And that's pretty much it. So, and our mineral blend was developed by NASA over a 10-year process, and you just refill it in like every time you fill up the water. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. So here's the 2 different models. So the Tower Garden Flex here on the left is ideal for indoor, outdoor use. It has a larger base than the one on the right. And I'm sorry, these are not to scale. The one on the right looks like super small to the one on the left, but they're pretty much the same height. It's just the base that is a little bit smaller. It has 20 different planting ports, and you would grow one plant in each of those ports. And there's an option to grow an extension, and two of the people that are sharing later, they both have extensions on theirs. You'll get to see that. The wheels and lights are sold separately on this model. Now on the home, it's ideal for indoor use, but can also be used without the lights. It has a water level monitor, which this option does not have, but you can easily look inside to see how high the water is. And this one has 16 planting ports, the same size as the Tower Garden Flex, but it also has 16 smaller ones at the top that you can grow baby greens, herbs, strawberries. So this one has a total, it comes with a total of 32. The Flex comes with a total of 20, but they're a little bit larger is the difference. So as far as price, the base unit on the Flex is $620, or our company does this amazing system. It's not like a credit check or anything. It's pretty much an honor system that they will ship it out to you for $51.67 a month, and accessories can be added for a small monthly cost. And the home, the base unit with lights is $970 or $83 a month, but if you purchase it without lights, it's around $55, $83 a month. And I'm going to show you in a little bit how much money you save on your produce. So why own a tower garden? Well, growing a garden is better for the environment. So traditional gardening, most use chemicals and fertilizers that are harming the earth. Tower gardening uses all natural earth minerals that are found in the soil like nature intended. Traditional gardening also takes up a lot of space and water, using more of our natural resources, where tower gardening takes up less than 10% of the space, water, and nutrients of traditional gardening. And I know right now, we're all trying to do what we can for our planet. And I love this quote from the Lorax: unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. I just love that because it's so true. So now I'm going to go through just how you earn money back on your tower garden. So basically, produce this isn't a surprise to anyone, but it is pretty expensive. And so I did my own little experiment where a couple weeks ago I went to Publix and I purchased 4 items that you can grow on a tower garden. Only one of those items I was able to get organically. Then 4 items I bought cost $16.86. So just to round it up, I said, okay, if I purchase this every week, it would cost me around $67 a month for only 4 different vegetables. And out of those 4 I purchased, of course, they're not going to cover, the 7 servings a day that we need, 7 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables. I mean, it's pretty much there. Maybe my husband had a salad every day for lunch at work. We spiralized, is that the right word? The zucchini for some kind of noodle thing. And we maybe did stuffed peppers one night. So maybe 4 to 5 servings right there, versus growing 20 different plants for a monthly payment of $51.67 for only 12 months. And then your produce is practically pennies. And we'll talk about that as well. So you're growing an additional 16 plants on top of that and paying less per month than you would for these 4 items. And the tower garden is an investment that ends up paying you. So people like to say, when does it end up when's my break even point? And what we like to tell people is usually an average is around 6 months. So if you are growing and eating off your tower garden around 6 months, the amount of food you would have grown if you had purchased in the store would have cost you around $800. And again, the base cost of a tower garden is, $620. So this person was over their initial investment. But if you do the math and you kind of times that twice a year over a couple of years, one tower garden over 10 years will save you $5,000 to $12,000 in produce. 3 tower gardens over 10 years, $17,000 to $37,000 in produce costs. And our tower gardens are meant to last a very long time. We have food grade plastic that it is made of, and just 1/5 of that is set to withstand like UV rays for 20 years. So that's 100 years. It'll be 100 years before the food grade plastic on your tower garden starts to deteriorate. So I did joke around with people that they could leave it, they could will it to their children if they if they want to. Okay, another reason is, did you know that today's mass produce packs a less nutritional punch? So some varieties of produce we purchase today have lost 5 to a whopping 40% of their nutritional content. And like I said earlier, we need to eat 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And that is why, we're so passionate about the tower garden and our plant powders. They just help you bridge that gap from what you're eating and you should be eating. And this is just a little diagram of how nutrition is declining. So this is even 10 years ago from 2010. But in 1960, there's your nice cup of spinach, and the amount of iron, say it was like 100% of your iron is in that one cup. You'd have to eat 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bowls of spinach to equal the same iron content of a bowl from 1960. And that's due to the nutrients declining in our food. And here's the vitamin A in an orange. So 8 oranges today to equal that, which is kind of scary. Okay, so let's start more fun. Let's get away from the scary stuff and the fun stuff. So what can you grow in a tower garden? So these are my 2 gardens, Thelma and Louise. They're finally back together. I had loaned one out. And this is just 1 port of strawberries. This is tomatoes from just 1 port that I grew of tomatoes. Here's like a big list of things you can grow. We could get you more, but here's just examples. These peppers, string beans. That's Courtney's daughter. Courtney's will be sharing a little bit. Tomatoes. And my little ones when they were little, they're 12 and 8 now. Look how little. This was just 1 port of strawberries. Look at all the strawberries I'm getting out of that. And just so much fun. There's an eggplant. And one of my other favorite reasons is tower gardens are just fun for the whole family. There's my daughter, Sophia, and little Parker. He's so little there. And it's just fun to do the seeds together with your kids. They get excited when they start to grow. They want to like steal all the veggies. It just encourages them. When kids grow it, they're curious about it. They want to eat it more. And look at that green bean. Who wouldn't want to like gobble that up? And there's just so many ways to share it as well. Like people are excited to see it growing. I have friends, just sharing theirs on social media. And you're going to just inspire others to eat healthy just by showing your tower garden. Here's one, or not a few, that I had at a preschool and how they were using it to teach the kids. That we do have lesson plans that go along with the tower garden. So if you know of any schools, we have resources to show them how to apply for grants so they can purchase one. Or, if they have the money, they can as well. And this is the one I had mine at my children's school. That's my son now in the background. And my daughter, Sophia, she's missing those 2 teeth now, but she's just adding some nutrients in there. So those were their plant babies, and the kids just love it. This is another elementary school I shared at. I worked at a local business, just teaching kids where food comes from. It's just really exciting. We also have them all around the country. So in O'Hare Airport, Chicago, this is a restaurant in New York City that grows all their produce that feeds the restaurant. And we like to say tower gardens are not just for everyday people. Like here's Jessica Alba, like who doesn't need to get calm right now, and do a little meditation. And you could do it just sitting in front of your tower garden because it makes like a waterfall sound. It's very relaxing. And there is former President Bill Clinton admiring some of our gardens. And this facility, just a fun fact, all these towers are at a permanent homeless facility in Hollywood, California. It's called Step Up on Vine. And Kobe Bryant was actually one of the donors of this project. So it's so amazing, what he was able to do, not just in the sports world, but how he gave back to others. So now we're going to take a minute for a little show and tell. I'm going to stop sharing. So I have my beautiful girl, Leela, that's going to share with us. So I'm going to unmute her.
Hey everyone, how are you? I'm so excited. Thank you for taking the time to get on this call. This is my tower garden behind me. And before I show you what exactly is on it, I just picked this big giant bowl of kale and lettuce and all kinds of goodness. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera around. This is the Flex. It's a Tower Garden Flex. And you can see these are collard greens at the bottom. This is Toscano kale. I saw a bunch of this Toscano kale like this big. It's over $4 in the store right now. This is oregano. I love to grow my own fresh oregano. Cilantro, it's doing really well. And then I do a lot of mixed greens and baby greens. I have regular curly kale. And the thing is with the Tower Garden kale is that it's really soft and it's easy to eat. And then I have a little baby tomato plant that's starting here. These are all little baby tomatoes. And I just replanted the top. So this is the microgreens extension she was talking about. And these little babies were just put in here. So they're just like a week old. And we got parsley. Can you hear me?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So thank you so much. So like, what's your one favorite thing about owning it?
For me personally, I do have a black thumb. Like I can kill everything. I've even killed a cactus before. So I was kind of jealous of my mom has a really green thumb and she loves to garden and grow things, and she was able to always have a really nice garden and I couldn't. And the first time I got a tower garden, I was able to just take off and start growing my own food. So that's what I love about it, is you don't have to be like know everything. It runs on its timer and it takes care of itself. As long as I just keep it full of water and nutrients and keep it plugged in, then I got food.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
So next I have Courtney. So I'm going to have her. Let me spotlight you, Courtney.
Hi.
Hi, and then take it away.
I'm walking over to my tower right now. Actually, I have 3 towers. I'm going to turn myself around here so you could see. This one's not together right now. I just got it out last night, and that is going to, you know, with all that's going on right now, buying produce can be a little bit stressful. And so I was like, you know what, I need to get the other tower going and get some tomatoes going and green beans, and my husband has other requests for other things that we're going to grow on it, but you can see all the different pieces and they just fit together, and it's awesome. And then I have always wanted a tower full of strawberries, and now I have one. I'm so excited. This is just going to be all strawberries. We go through so many strawberries. I think you can hear it too. It just turned on. And so you can see all the strawberry plants. I'm super excited about this. As I hear it watering itself, you know, that is such a big deal. It was for me. I could not keep a ground garden alive to save my life. And we had the misters and we had it all set up, I guess, the way you're supposed to do it, but I couldn't keep up with the weeds and I just couldn't keep it. It was just kind of a mess. So when I got a tower, it, like Leela said, it just kind of took off and did everything really for me. It's so user friendly. And also the nice thing is all the resources that are available. So when you get a tower garden and the Facebook groups that you can, and sorry, I just had a call come through, the Facebook groups that you can be added to, and you can just go in and search different things. Like I searched strawberries and learned all about growing strawberries on the tower, and it's awesome. So on my tower over here, I have, you know, red basil, Swiss chard, different types of kale, arugula. My microgreens, you can see, are empty right now. Some of them are empty because, well, we eat them. The kids will come out and like pull them off and just eat them. They're so good. My lettuce doesn't look that great. Why? Because we eat it. Like we make salad pretty much daily. I make sandwiches for my husband before work, and I come out and pick off the fresh lettuce and put it on his sandwiches. And it's just, we put it in smoothies. It's just so nice knowing that the nutrition is there and you're getting 100% of the nutrition versus what you are getting from the store, which you just really don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf or how long it was sitting on a truck. I'm walking over here actually to show you, I just planted some seeds today. And I thought maybe you guys would like to see it. There's the rock wool. And can you see that? Am I getting like too close or whatever?
Yeah, it looks good.
But anyway, super easy, user friendly. I have purchased seedlings before, which is definitely a possibility. But like Jen said, within a week, you'll have seedlings that sprout and you can stick them right in the tower. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Okay.
Oh, did you have something else you're saying? I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
Oh, I didn't know if you had any other questions for me that you
No, well, I think
nutrients.
Oh yeah, the nutrients. That's what I was gonna have you say.
The nutrients. So I find that I go through a whole lot of nutrients. I buy them probably, I don't know, once a year, maybe 9 months. Now with 3 towers, obviously I'm going to go through more, but it's cost effective, I feel like, based on what Jen broke down with the cost of produce in the store. And also I know the standards that the Juice Plus company has for their products. So I feel confident ordering these specific nutrients because I know they're going to be awesome. I know they are awesome based on their standards. So.
Okay, awesome. I could just look at your tower. I want to feel like I'm outside with the breeze with you guys. Okay, I have one last person sharing, and then I'm going to open it for question and answer and call my husband to work. So let me make him a spotlight. And this is my husband, Angelo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I don't know why you're like outside. It's saying the internet's slow, but yeah, we could see you. Just talk loud.
All right, talk loud.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Great. All right, so this is our tower. Oh, wait a minute. That's Jennifer's plant. So my wife has a difficult time growing plants, but she has an amazing time growing tower. So I give you credit, honey. All right, show you our tower. So we have lots of things going on with some chives. So this is great stuff. Kind of need to take some of this out, but look how like this is the perfect time of year now. It's getting to that time of year where just like how Courtney's is, like it's just gonna start going crazy, and we want to pick and eat off of this. We have a lot of different kinds of lettuce. This is great. I personally love using. Can you hear me okay, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love using this for wraps. I love egg salad wraps, but you can do hummus wraps, tomatoes in it. And you could do 3 or 4 of these, just wrap them up, and you are golden.
You mean
for
like
lunches
3 or 4 like
snacks.
leaves, right? Not like the whole plant.
Yeah, leaves. So like these are one of my, because like it wraps up perfectly when you pull them. It's just fantastic. So I'm going to be going to town with this soon. But check out our tomatoes. They are growing nicely. Beautiful.
Get your hands off my food.
I don't know if you guys could.
Did you wash your hands before you touched them?
You know what?
Oh wait, you're frozen now.
What?
Well, you were frozen.
I know, because I'm outside.
Well, no, it's because the internet, when you're outside in the front,
Beautiful.
it like tries to pick up the indoor and it gets kind of. All right. I might have to cut you off.
Wait, how's that? Is that better?
Oh, now I see. Okay.
Yeah, I just took off the internet. Anyway, look how beautiful. So, I mean, it's growing really, really nice. And oh, here's our strawberries. So they're coming in. But everything is turning out really pretty. Those
Thank you
tomatoes.
for sharing. Yeah, those are my other ones. And
Wait, hold on. Wait, the green beans. You were mentioning the green beans earlier.
Yeah, do the green beans.
So there's those green beans.
I'll tell my kids we could eat them now because we already
Yeah,
showed
we're allowed.
everybody.
All right.
Oh, Leela's eating. She's just eating off her tower garden while we're doing the call. I just love it. All right. Thank you so much for sharing. And let me see if I can mute him. Can I mute him?
Y'all are making me hungry.
I know, right? And then we have Brandy on as well. She has a tower garden as well. And I did not realize she was on, so I didn't introduce her earlier. But if she happens to be outside and wants to show us something, she can. But what I want to do is I'm going to stop the recording and say thank you everyone for joining us. But I'm going to just hang on because then you all could ask questions. So let me say, okay, thank you guys for joining us. And if you're watching this recording, please just get back to the person that invited you for more information. And thank you for joining us.